figured since I'm pressure canning some navy beans, processing time is 90 minutes, I figured let me give you my 30-day update to my original apple cider vinegar adventure. Can you be quiet for a second? Talking to that regulator like it's my kids. All right, hopefully that doesn't bother you guys. I'll talk quickly. All right, so I've been canning. Wait, let me back up so y'all can see. Okay. Now, I've been making more vinegar since my first foray into this. Let me get these out the way so it's not to confuse y'all. And I'm just gonna try to talk over the regulator. See, if you're canning, this is something you can do to be productive with your time. You can read your canning book, or where's the other book? You can read your other books, or you can make a video. Okay, so this is my 30-day update to my apple cider vinegar shenanigans, okay? So I started this January 30th, right there. Now there are only 28 days in February, so I added 2 more days to make it 30th. So today's March 2nd, and it is 30 days. Now, I made some mistakes, but let me just show you what everything looks like. So this is it. Now, mind you, you still want to process. This is still not done. It still probably has a couple of more weeks, but I wanted to give you the 30-day update. Take it off. And I switched from using a cloth, a t-shirt cloth cover, to coffee filters. And the coffee filters held up, but I quadrupled them. I probably used way too much, but because this rubber band was really thick and heavy, I didn't want it to rip the coffee filter since I was stirring the batch every day. So, as you can see, it smells lovely. It looks like applesauce. Y'all see that? Here, let me bring my phone up so y'all can see it. So yeah, looks like applesauce. So I don't have the mother. So I don't know if I'm going to get it. I hope I will get it. But I think my first mistake was not stirring. My second mistake was adding too many apples. I took 6 small apples, and I think that was way too much. When I started looking at more videos, I saw people were just using like scraps of apples and not even that much. So now this applesauce that you saw, I actually skimmed it off. I strained it. It was a lot of applesauce. I put it in my compost bin. It was a lot, and then it formed again. So that applesauce texture you saw, it was there before, and then it was all liquid. I skimmed it off. It was all liquid, and then a couple days later, it was applesauce again. So that tells me way too many apples. So what I've done is writing things down. I have a journal now because I need to know what my mistakes are. So this will probably take a longer time to process. A lot of applesauce in here. I didn't add any more water or anything to it. It is what it is. So that's the first experiment. I'll check back on it every 7 days to see if there's anything else going on. Now, that's the update. That's the update. So not much to share. It hasn't really done anything. I used 1 cup of brown sugar and 6 small gala apples or pink lady apples. And I've been stirring. After the first week, I started stirring every day. So I'll keep updating you guys, or at least I'll update you when there's something to update you with. In the meantime, because I'm realizing that the process can take many, many weeks. So 2 months, maybe 3 months. So I said, let me get started on some other batches now that I've learned some things. So I did some more apple cider vinegar, okay? And as you can see, rewind. 3 mistakes with my original batch. The first mistake was not stirring it the first week. I had some green mold on top. I skimmed it off, and then I just kept it moving. So as soon as you make your batch, Stir it every day. Very important. Second mistake I made, I added too much liquid. So my apple cider became a bomb in about a week, whereas the liquid just came up, and because I had a t-shirt on initially, that was all soaked and there was like applesauce juice all on my shelf. So that was my second mistake, too much water, okay? And what happened was I added the water and then the sugar. All right, when I should have added the sugar and then the water, okay? Because I ended up adding too much water because I didn't account for the whole cup of sugar. So don't make that mistake, okay? So what I did for these vats of cider, I added the fruit and the sugar, then I added the water and mixed it up so I wouldn't have a problem with the water overflowing, okay? So that was my second mistake, okay? My third mistake was using too many apples. I used 6 smallish apples. They were Gala or Pink Ladies. That was way too much. I strained this 2 times. You saw how this has the consistency of applesauce? I strained it 2 times and it still came back with applesauce. So that tells me, can you chill out, regulator? I'm gonna regulate you. So that tells me way too many apples. So in my subsequent batches, I just use chopped up apples, pieces of apples, like maybe 2 apples or 3 apples max. Okay, now my fourth mistake, I blended the apples, okay, in my blender. And it was like an applesauce consistency. And because it was, I couldn't really tell how much to add. I just dumped it in, okay? So I will not do that anymore. From now on, I will chop up the apples, cut them up, whatever, and throw them in the jar. So those are my 4 mistakes. I'm not giving up on my original. It's just probably going to take longer to get what I want out of this, but we'll see. That's an experiment, and that's the fun part of learning. Now, because I was all confident and everything, I went ahead and made some more batches. So I still use brown sugar for all of my ciders, but this time I did it differently. You see, I don't have a lot of liquid, and my apples are in chunks, okay? And I've been stirring these every day, okay? I also made some pear cider. Now the pear cider just melted. This should give me something pretty soon. So I did some pear cider, and then I have 2 of those, 2 pears, and I'll be doing updates on these because I started these February 20th. So I'll do an update March 20th. And then I made, oh, what's going on here? Check that out. Pineapple cider, okay? So I did all this February 20th. So I'll have a big update for you guys, okay? So uh-oh, I got mold. It's white though, it's not yellow. Let me see how's this one doing. Well, this is good. All right, let me see if I can salvage this, okay? So while I'm waiting for my beans to process, I'm gonna stir all of these containers and try to salvage this one. But anyway, I hope that helped you out learning from my mistakes. But it's all fun. It's all the journey. It's all part of the journey, the process, okay? So this is Nikki with the Messy Homesteader. I'm just here to encourage you to start or continue your homesteading journey to self-sufficiency, okay? And if you have any comments, any suggestions for how I can do things differently or just add to it, let me know down below. I'm always willing and open to learning. All right, let me go baby this pot of beans, and I'll see you on the next video.